Hi, today we are going to look at combination of events in probability. When there are two events A and B, the possibilities are either A happens or B happens, or another possibility is events A and B happen together or immediately one after the other. So these are the only two possibilities, either A and B, either A happens or B happens, or A and B happen. So we need to know how to do the calculations in both the cases. So in the case of OR, it is called the addition theorem of probability comes into picture. Now, what are some practical situations where either A happens or B happens or A and B happen? Let us say there is a manager who has salesmen working under him, and he has to check what are the chances of a salesman. Let us say there is a salesman, and this salesman is assigned two products. He is a salesman, and uh, he is assigned to sell products A and also product B. So his manager now has given him a target. He has to sell a certain amount of, he has to meet a certain revenue target. And the manager says, you either sell A or B, it doesn't matter, but together in combination, you should sell 10,000 rupees worth per month. This is the target. So now the manager is interested in what is the chance that the salesman sells either A or B worth 10,000 rupees. So here is one situation. And then another situation might be, let us say a project is under progress, and mm, the project is under progress, and um, there are criteria to evaluate whether the project is a success or not. So there is a project going on, project XYZ, and the criteria for this project to be a success is whether the project is completed on time, it should be completed within time, or within budget. So here we are interested in a situation where what is the chance that project XYZ will be completed in time or within the budget. Here a salesman, whether he will be able to sell product A or B worth 10,000 rupees. So these are some of the situations where we want to calculate the probabilities. We'll come back to the AND condition in a later video. So the theorem, the probability theorem that helps us to calculate the OR is the addition theorem. So if A and B are two events, it is not, this is not TO2, it is, there are two events, are two events, then the probability of A or B happening is denoted by, this is a set theory language in mathematics, but what it all it means is it's a symbol saying this is equivalent to saying probability of A or B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B, and this one is, we are subtracting probability of, that means probability of A and B happening together. So this is the formula, and this is the addition theorem. If A and B are two events, then the probability of A or B happening is denoted by P A union B is equal to P of A plus B of B minus P of A intersection B, or P of A and B. The Venn diagram for this looks like this. This is the total sample space S, and this is the probability of A happening, and this is the probability of B happening, probability of A probability of B, and this one here is probability of A and B happening together. If you can see, we can visualize when we are adding P of A, now this piece has been added already, and when we add P of B, this area here is getting added again because it is coming under B and also under A. So this area has been added twice. So that is the reason why we are subtracting it once. So P of A or B is P of A plus P of B, and because this has been added twice, we are removing it once. Let us look at a numerical on addition theorem. Let us say we are drawing a card from a deck of cards, and we are asking, and the question is, what is the probability that it is either a king card or it is a red card? So they are asking us, so it is a king card. What is the probability that it is a king card? It is a red card and a king card. What is the probability that is either a king card or a red card? So we want a king card or a red card. What is the probability that this happens? So our if we go back to our theorem, the formula, it is P of A or B, or let us take probability of a king card or a red card is probability of king card plus probability of red card minus probability of a king and red card. So what is the probability of a king card? There are 4 kings in a deck of cards out of 52 cards. So the probability of getting a king card is 4 out of 52. The probability of a red card. There are 26 red cards in a deck of 52. So the chance is the probability of getting a red card is 26 out of 52. What is the probability of a king and a red card? There are 2 possibilities. Either you get a king and a diamond or a king and a heart, which are both red. So there are 2 cards, both king and red is 2 out of 52. So the probability of getting a king or a red card is P of K plus P of R minus P of K and R. That is 4 by 52 plus 26 over 52 minus 2 over 52. So that is 28 by 52. So this is the probability of getting a king or a red card, and we have used the addition theorem. Let us look at another question. Let us say, what is the probability of getting a heads or tails when a coin is tossed? When a coin is tossed, what is the probability of getting a head or tail? So again, using our formula, we say P of H or T is equal to probability of a head plus probability of tail minus probability of head and tail. So what is the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed? 1 over 2. Probability of tail is 1 over 2 minus, what is the probability of getting a head and tail? Because this is a mutually exclusive event, this probability is 0. So the probability of getting a heads or tail is 1. That means it's a certain event. We either get a head or a tail. This is probabilities addition theorem.